This is Tanks But No Tanks.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I'm the owner of Wazoo. I'm here seeking $65,000 in exchange for 25% equity in my company.
So let's paint the picture for a second. Janelle looks and behaves like Mo Collins from Mad TV, specifically her portrayal of Mary Hart.
That's right. Yeah, it's really.
I don't think there's any need to elaborate for
no. Everyone
knows,
watched Mad TV.
Everyone knows who Mo Collins is.
Everyone knows who Mo Collins is.
Everyone knows what it looks like when she's playing Mary
usually
Hart.
The Mary Hart sketches were their favorite sketches.
Yes.
Yeah.
And her product is called the Cool Wazoo. We don't know what it is yet. We know it's not worth that much, though.
It's a lot of equity to offer in your product.
It's a lot of equity for only $65,000, 25%. That's a valuation of $260,000. That's chicken feed.
It's peanuts to these guys. Yeah.
One episode, I want to hear Mark just hear a valuation like that and just say sure. Not even hear what the product is. Send them away. Never know what it is.
Yeah.
And
have Cuban just go, it's actually worth more to me to see the next product faster.
Right. Listening to you explain this to me is going to cost me more than $260,000. So everybody's in the tanks for this valuation. It's a nice low valuation. What is her product?
When my daughter was younger, she was burned on a park swing. And I looked everywhere for a product that would protect her from the heat of the swing, and I couldn't find one. This was my diaper bag at the time. It was overstuffed with all these products. I was carrying around this bulky shopping cart cover.
As we all do.
This restaurant high chair cover. This car shade. And this way too small changing pad.
So, long story short, she combines her hot swing protector concept with those other four things to make like a 5-in-1 product. So
you know how you always need a shopping cart protector?
Yeah, you got to cover the shopping cart because that gets hot too, I guess. So there's the shopping cart cover, the high chair cover, car shade, changing pad, hot swing protector.
Part of her pitch is that people are concerned about germs, and so they need covers for all these things.
Yeah.
But she's sticking it to the dashboard of her car. She's putting it over a shopping cart at a grocery store,
right.
And then she's changing her baby on it.
Yes.
So I don't think you are concerned about
You're putting
germs
it
if you
on a
want
shopping cart handle, and then you're putting it against your baby's bare butt.
Pretty crazy.
There's another glaring flaw in this business, which is the car shade element. Number one, why would you ever carry a car shade in your diaper bag?
Oh, yeah. The diaper bag story didn't add up for me. She was like, and I didn't even have room for diapers, and it's a diaper bag. It's like,
right.
You're lying to me.
Right. Because a car shade, it has no purpose outside of the car. It
No,
never
you
needs
only
to be
want it in the
carried in or out of the car. It remains in the car at all times.
Yeah, it's in the car. It's either up in the windshield.
Right.
Or it's not because you're driving.
And to that point, when they're in the restaurant and they're using the Cool Wazoo to cover that high chair, who's keeping the car cool outside?
Oh yeah. Believe me, I know.
That car's burning up.
And when they're covering the swing, which is so hot, it's
Right.
going to burn your child's skin. Do
Yeah.
you think it's hot enough you should have that car shade in?
The car's boiling. And the Cool Wazoo can't
I
function
guess
as
it's like you have a car shade when you're not with your kid or at the grocery store.
But the car shade is for the kid because when you put your kid back in the car, it has to be cool for them.
Okay,
You can't
well
put
then
them
it's
in the
not
hot
very
chair.
good.
It's
now,
not very
I'd
good.
love to say, thanks for coming in. Hey, thanks for inventing this great product. But I can't. I have to say, no thanks. This is bad.
Yeah, we're at a no tanks right now, and that is it's not a good place to be this early on.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear more about what the product has done so far.
I had a little bit of luck. Back last May, the product was on the Today Show with Kathy Lee and Hoda. And it was on for about 40-second airtime.
How many did you sell from those 40 seconds?
Well, I didn't have any inventory.
So she took this, she had a little bit of luck. She got on the Today Show somehow.
40-second airtime.
40-second airtime. Somehow did not manufacture any of her product until she went on the air.
Yeah.
And so then after the fact, she goes into production after she starts getting orders, and she finds that 85% of the Cool Wazoos that she had manufactured were, in her words, wrong. Something is wrong with them. They go back to the factory. She doesn't get any of her money back. So she lost money on this Today Show venture. She got this huge opportunity. She got a bunch of orders, and she has nothing to show for it.
Seems to be bad at what she does.
And that kind of thing earns you another no tanks mark, because that opportunity is not coming around. Hoda is not calling you back.
When you pitched your product, the very concept of it made me say no tanks. Now when you tell me about some of your sort of business skills, I'm going, well, no tanks to you as a worker.
And so, against all odds, she gets another chance somewhere else.
What happened after that?
Well, I didn't really know how to capitalize on that. This past December, I was on the show The Doctors, and it was a Christmas special.
The first time, she wasn't in a position to take advantage of it. I'm sure when you were going on The Doctors, you said, I don't want this to happen again. What happened?
So Damon is sure that she got
really
another chance.
sets her up for a fall.
He's sure that this is not going to happen again.
I love Damon in that mode. I think he knows she screwed it up. I think he can smell it on
he is sure that the exact same thing happened again, and he's 100% right.
They wanted to give everyone in the audience 250 cool Wazoos, so that's where my inventory went. I basically gave it away.
For free?
For free.
And what'd you get back in return?
Nothing, because the format of the show kind of changed a little bit at the last minute.
That's not a great business decision.
I know,
That was a bet. You got cool screwed.
So she goes on another show. This time she is armed with 250 of these baby things. And then she gives them all away to the studio audience. She's back to no inventory. And it sounds like the show did not air her segment.
Somebody running The Doctors is themselves a shark who just saw a real rube walking down the street.
Yeah.
I mean, she must have had a piece of straw sticking out of her mouth. She was a mark. Because they went, hey, would you give us every single item that you've made completely for free? And then we will air it, unless the format kind of changes at the last minute, which TV's crazy. And she got cool while screwed.
She did get cool while screwed. Kevin is right. It's sort of an abrupt way to communicate.
It's not a nice way to say it,
right?
But it's accurate,
right? Now, rightfully so, all 5 sharks fire a no tanks.
Yeah, they all give her the no tanks. They're hiding their checkbooks from her.
This thing is already completely messed up. She's blown all her opportunities. It's not a big investable business anyway. And Mark Cuban doesn't like investing in like that girly junk.
Anything he doesn't directly use, if it's got to do with kids, women,
anything that pertains to he prefer like
he's a man's man, guys.
Like hot dogs and like canoes.
Hot dogs, beer,
yeah.
If you got
that's the kind of stuff.
A basketball hoop with spikes.
Yeah, Mark Cuban loves that guy
motorcycle rocket.
That's more Mark Cuban speed. So these all 5 sharks are gone now, and then this crazy thing happens that I have never seen before. This is after all of the sharks have gone out.
Everyone said no.
I have work so hard. I'm up at 2, 3, 4. I have entrepreneur hours. I mean, it's been crazy, and I underestimated the time that it was going to take me to get to China. I didn't know it was going to take that hard. I have had many tears over this product.
Janelle, I'm going to come back in.
Lori fires the tanks. Lori came back in.
Gave her exactly what she asked for.
She gives her the exact offer that Janelle asks for.
25% equity,
all
which
because
is crazy.
All because Janelle said she didn't know it was going to take so hard, and she's had many tears over it.
She's had many tears, yeah, that's right. And she keeps entrepreneur hours, which
she keeps
something we can believe in.
entrepreneur hours.
Here's what I think is going on.
Yeah.
If I can give you my theory.
Sure.
Lori is the most, I mean, Cuban's the most famous shark, but she is the most public face in terms of part of her business is her image.
She's on QVC. Selling a lot of these
and people
products.
need to trust her and call up and buy things from her directly. I think maybe she's trying to protect that image. I believe that she knows it's a bad business, but she's like, it's worth $65,000 for me to seem like the shark with the biggest heart.
Right.
Although it's surely not true, Robert Herjavec has the biggest heart.
Yes, he just doesn't have any money, unfortunately. He would love to be able to pay some money for this, but he doesn't have enough money.
Oh, gosh. He gets a real kick out of seeing these products, but he's flat broke.
I totally agree with you. I think it's really her low valuation that saved her because Lori could sell like bird penises on QVC. Just whatever she puts on the air will sell.
Now, why that specific case? You could have said anything, but bird penises is the first thing you thought of.
Bird penises. Well, we've already talked a lot about butts.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to say bird butts.
So you're going to head for the ding-dong and you want to be clinical. I'm with you.
I don't know what we can say and can't say.
Yeah.
And so I thought penises was
bird penises
safer. And I'm saying it as a bad thing. It's something I don't want. I'm not saying it like I want to buy a bunch of bird penises. I'm saying that would be a hard thing.
That makes you seem like a normal guy.
I'm saying that would be a hard thing to sell.
That's right.
And I don't think anyone would disagree with
Lori'd
me there.
be able to do it.
Right. Lori would be able to do it on QVC, is my point. And for such a product with such a low valuation, the sob story really kind of raises its value, especially with a lot of moms who are watching the show. Lori knows that it's going to get a lot of attention, but I think that shouldn't work. I didn't really like it. It's sort of an unshark.
So anyway, she technically got a tanks, but it's a no tanks from the boys.
It's a no tanks from the boys.
From the boys in blue.
But the lesson is that's how you save your. If it's a small time product, you can sort of save yourself. I think by making.
I hope that's not a trend.
Making good TV at the end.
I hope that doesn't become a trend. I've never seen it happen before. I hope it never
happen.
happens again.
And it really upset Kevin, and rightfully so. But hopefully we won't see that in the future.
I come to this show for cold hard business.
That was Tanks with No Tanks.